How does a person with social anxiety disorder create negativity in themselves? The person starts comparing themselves to other people, comparing themselves for the worst. And if you compare to your strengths, other people's strengths, so your strengths also leave your strengths to other people. The other person is good at something, you are good at something else in your own way. When you compare with people, compare strengths, other people's strengths and your own. The person who knows how to do this and I know how to do that. And I know how to do this. And you are then on an equal footing feeling complete. And if you compare, a person can do this and I can't do that. You have created negativity for yourself. Next point. I'm looking for my strengths and interests. I will talk about them to myself and share them with others. Shyness, shame is when you've indoctrinated yourself that it's bad to be yourself, and you begin to negatively evaluate any of your behavior. For example, your appearance, what you say, how you communicate, and you start to forbid yourself to speak up. Don't tell people about your wants and needs, your experiences, your feelings and emotions. Are you ashamed? What if they don't see you that way? They will see your shyness. They will see you blush. They'll see your stupidity, right? People with social anxiety disorder say that. They're ashamed of their own thoughts and feelings. They're ashamed of their values for doing this. Ashamed of the kind of work they do. Ashamed of such childish interests. For example, why is this happening? Because they didn't consider your desires. They didn't consider your interests as a child. You wanted to run around, play with children, laugh, talk about childish things. And you were told, this is stupid, you need to be an adult, shame on you. Why are you acting like this? You're dirty. What will people say? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Why are you embarrassing me? And also when the hand was raised, punished and yelled, the person is afraid to move at all, to get dirty, to run, to smile, to laugh, to socialize with someone. What if my parents hear me say the wrong thing? Get dirty, run too hard, sweat. You can't run. You can't do anything. A person gets used to this. Sociophobia occurs when parents have developed a worldview in the child that does not fit the peer group. For example, the parents of other children allow them to watch what they have now. And such a child comes to others. He has nothing to talk about. Starts listening to others. They talk about what man does not know. The person can't fit into the group. He has a parental mindset from a past era. The eras are different. And he has nothing to connect with his epoch. That is, man enters an epoch with the interests of another, ideas from another epoch. That is parental. Parents say, these cartoons are better, these movies should be watched. And that's it. The child is unadapted. There is nothing to communicate about. Man does not find a common language with children. Then man grows up. A person continues to develop the interests that his parents formed for him, goes to school or university, and there they talk about something completely different. There are no common interests. A person feels like an outcast, not of this world. I'm not like everyone else, because I don't understand what they're telling me. They're talking nonsense. And the right thing to do is to live the way I live. My parents were right. These movies, cartoons are the best. Or these ideas from 30 years ago. Now they don't work, but a child or a person with social anxiety disorder continues to live by them. They don't fit into that system in any way. They just don't work in this system. So, it turns out that parents develop a worldview that does not fit the environment. A person cannot fit in, cannot find his place among the group. Also, behavior is blocked when in childhood you wanted to run, play, laugh with your peers, and you were forbidden to do so. And when you socialize now, watch people continue to run, laugh or talk, socialize, make friends. And you can't do that. You are forbidden to run, to laugh, to smile, to be friends. You are not allowed to do that from childhood. You don't fit into a group, you can't laugh, you can't be friends, putting aside your image, putting aside your perception of yourself. Next, has a person been shamed for making mistakes? For not being good at everything at once? You can't do something. You're not an adult, you're still a child. Or you're not like others, or you're worse than others. You've been shamed all the time. And in your head, you've already built up a certain image that you have to conform to. You then create a kind of illusion that you conform to this image. But it has to be constantly monitored. It's a constant lie. You need that image to be noticed by people. You have been told that if you behave like this, you will be loved. They will create relationships with you. But in reality, you are not like that in the present. It's a constant conflict, a constant struggle, constant dissatisfaction with yourself inside.